And TJ is upping the flavor.
No, I was finished.
Oh, okay, that was his coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it says we're live.
All right, we're live.
We're live, yeah.
Nathan's in the bathroom, and I got called.
Would you like me to wait, Nathan, or Ray?
Okay, guys, we got one person viewing this week.
Nice.
Knocking
Should we all sign in and kind of throw
knocking over the
all
gifts.
the numbers? Or?
Yeah. We have to see each other.
I think I just sat on here.
Dick. Tracy.
Oh,
I got it.
Is
All
Zippo-
right.
Zippo-
Merry Christmas again, round 2.
Yeah.
Round 2.
I'm trying to make sure I don't knock over my drinks.
All right, here we are, Nerds Get Laid.
Sometimes.
Coming to you live on Facebook, and if you're listening on Monday, through your regular podcast listening systems.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Look at this beautiful spread.
Right? It's bountiful.
If you're listening again on your podcast listening devices, there is beautiful sugar cookies that Ray...
No, I didn't make these. Oh, I made those. There's 2 different sugar cookies going on here.
I'm going to go ahead and... I made this joke up. It was hilarious. These are arrowheads.
That's a good joke.
You bought them that joke.
By Chief Mini Sprinkles, I think it was.
Yeah, right.
But these are very cute. And then these bow ties.
Katie made these shortbread bow ties.
Is this actually
Actually, shortbread?
by,
I thought that was also.
They're sugar.
This actually looks like a timepiece because she's waiting for TJ to die
It won't be that long.
of old age.
And there's a giant nipple bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are also drinking beautiful, delicious whiskey that's been aged on a boat.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
In glasses monogrammed for each member. So
Thank you, TJ.
thank
Yes.
you, TJ. Merry
Salute.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This one goes out to little Saint Nick.
Mazel tov.
Poor little out for
And-
homie.
Also, Ray made a
Oh, yeah, and Ray.
mixed reviews, but I kind of like it. I just can't put my
Yeah,
finger
so what
on
do y'all
it.
think of this? I haven't done, I think I've done mulled wine one other time. I'm not a real big cinnamon guy, but I kind of enjoy this.
I'm
This
not
is
a
a
real-
one-time-a-year thing.
I'm not a real big this fan.
Yeah, you're not into
I know
it?
what it tastes like now. It just hit me. It tastes like homemade apple butter.
Okay.
That's what it tastes like. It does.
Alcoholic apple.
What kind of apple butter have you had?
The one my dad makes, so it's
It
tries.
has those flavor profiles.
It does.
I see what Chuck's going. I don't 100% agree with you, but
No, you don't.
I get what
That's
you're
why you're wrong.
I get what
Maybe
you're
like
about.
ginger snaps or other Christmas type treats. But they just like dissolved a bunch of candy into wine.
The other thing I just want to point out is how well lit we are.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have stepped up our game.
We need to start
so
wearing
well.
makeup because our complexions are awful.
Well, luckily it's on Facebook Live, so
If you have an
the
Android,
So it looks
you can't tell.
awful anyway.
So enough about that. Let's jump into the regular podcasting. Merry Christmas. This is coming to you December 24th. We're here December 23rd. We have survived retail. We have survived the banking world, the cabinet. How hellish has the cabinet world been during the Christmas season?
Well, you're in a rush to finish your jobs so that you get money before Christmas.
So it's hectic.
So that means the quality goes down.
No, that means you work longer hours and carry heavier items up 3 flights of stairs.
You cut more corners and not just your cabinet corners. So there were supposed to be shelves in there. Oh, there was. It's not my fault. You lost them. We got a whole lot of show for you. We have some different stuff we're going to do this year. We're going to do our Nerd On. We have a little bit of news. We have our annual gift exchange, which actually is the main reason we're doing this live. So for once, you guys can see the terrible gifts that we give each other. I was at the flea market early this morning picking the crim of the
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, you went high ball this
Personally,
year.
I was helping people unload so I get the good deals. I was like a quarter.
Before you went to work.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
I am too. I really wanted to get the knickknacks that I knew you guys would love and cherish till you got in your car and put it in the back seat and forgot about it.
Man, I've always wanted
Until
an vertical
next year.
ashtray.
Besides that, we have a new idea. It's a Secret Santa superhero.
Yeah.
And we have a whole bunch of superheroes that we know
Or
personally.
superhero Secret Santa.
Yeah, but what you would get that person? I don't know. It is what it is. But with that, let's get on over to our Nerd On.
Our nerd-ons.
boom, 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 boom.
This is
Get
where
your
the
nerd
normally
on.
the
Boom,
nerd on
boom, boom,
song will
boom,
go.
boom. Get
Yeah.
your nerd on.
Boom, 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 get your nerd on.
All right, now we're back in the nerd-ons. Oh my God, that production was amazing. So, if you've never actually listened to the podcast, but you're watching us live for some reason, the nerd-on is where we talk about the things that we've done this
we had
last week.
3 whole listeners, but now we're down to 0.
That's all right. We'll catch them on the rebound.
Yeah.
And just what we've been nerding out on. So we're going to start a little bit different because of the setup of the table. But TJ,
Oh,
what's your nerd on, sir?
well, this week I went to see the new Bumblebee movie.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Yeah, it was, man, it's the Transporters movie that we should have had from the beginning. It's really good.
Yeah, TJ showed me how great it is.
There's the opening sequence is set on Cybertron, the war's going on and everything else, and it's just fantastic to watch. And all those excuses we got over time about, oh, this wouldn't look realistic, or this, it's all bullshit.
It's robots.
Give me
Yeah.
an
So,
example.
so it makes you hate what's M-Day even more.
Yeah, you can,
Laziness.
yeah, you can, I mean, it wasn't laziness what they did with it originally, but it was like,
I mean, just
it's not what people wanted, and then you went out and now Travis Knight went out and he put out what people wanted to see the whole time,
Classic designs.
and it's the critic reviews are great, and I believe the ticket sales are really good too. So
But
That's great.
percentage scale, because Michael Bay didn't direct this, how fewer explosions were there?
no, there's still plenty of explosions going on.
How fewer explosions were there?
Percentage. Like what percentage
I mean,
lower?
it's
Did you say
probably
50%?
90% less
90%
explosions
less
than Michael
explosions?
Bay.
So there was only 150 explosions.
I mean, there's still like 2 per minute going on in the movie,
Okay.
but I mean, if you average them out,
Now, I've heard a lot of people complaining about certain aspects of the movie, specifically one character.
that everyone refers to, but you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, like I can't see them on screen.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Was that weird for you?
It was like he was a transformer, like a human in disguise instead of a robot in disguise.
But
So that's how I took
was
it.
his disguise just invisibility?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's a pretty good disguise, Mike.
This is the worst running joke we have on this podcast.
Funny joke. I mean,
No, we're not on the edge of our seat, Ray.
All right, let's keep moving.
All right, Ray, what was your nerd on this week?
I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies and shows. One of the things we like to do is sit down and start wrapping presents, which we suck at, we're horrible at, so we don't like that part. But we'll usually put on all of the Christmas episodes of The Office and Parks and Rec and 30 Rock and like all the shows we've watched before.
I've been doing something very similar. Well, just The Office. I didn't get a chance to do any other ones, but The Office ones I think are my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Just because I watched The Office so much, so
I-
it is perfect for.
I just really love I like 30 Rock, I don't love it, but I love Ludachristmas. And the
I don't
idea
remember that.
one of their episodes is Ludachristmas. And I've also been doing a 12 Days of Christmas for my sister-in-law Bree, Hip Hop Christmas on her Facebook timeline.
That's
And I
been
found-
pretty funny.
And I found the Ludachristmas song by, of course, Ludacris. So yeah, that's been pretty good too. And of course, one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Can you link that in the show notes?
When I get finished with the 12 Days of Christmas, I have a Spotify playlist that I'm going to publish for everyone, so it doesn't spoil her.
Oh yes, I
her whole
understand.
thing.
I understand.
So yeah, probably Christmas Eve. I can link that somewhere on our Facebook page if anyone's interested in. I believe I'm calling it Bree's Christmas Miracle 12 Days of Hip Hop Christmas. So
Yeah.
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 You can call it Christmas, but like don't get confused with
Brisk.
cutting over foreskin.
Or the tea. For
Brisk. Dip your foreskin in the tea. That's how it becomes brisk.
I think my the biggest thing that I did last week or this week is me and Mike went to a movie. We went and saw
Nice.
They Shall Not Grow Old.
yeah.
Kind
Absolutely
of
love it.
jealous.
Did they grow old?
No, they didn't.
They
So
actually,
it
those
was
two fucking
true to its name.
it's one of those movies that if you're a history buff, you're going to really love it. But honestly, if you're not a history buff, I think you would really enjoy the movie for a lot of just the way they did it. And especially after the movie, there was a 30-minute documentary afterwards that shows you the making
After
of
the movie.
documentary for your documentary, bro.
That's
but-
pretty heavy.
Yo, dog, I heard
I
you
like
like
documentaries.
But that part, I mean, the whole thing was legitimately breathtaking. I was watching it and just in awe of what you're seeing because they took 100-year-old footage. And Peter Jackson was he was explaining it, like, when they shot it, the film wasn't bad, but a lot of what you see now is copies of a copy of a copy. On top of that, it's been sitting, so it's gotten, dirt and dust. So it's just been ruined. So they went and restored it, and it looks, fantastic. There is parts where they're showing the tanks, and it's been colorized, and it looks like they shot that last week. It is just, and the way they do it is so, I don't know, tasteful, I guess, because the beginning of the movie starts up black and white, and it's kind of showing the stories of people going to enroll into the war, and it's not till the war actually starts and we go and see battle footage that the color comes into it. So, and then the other thing I really loved is there's not one person that talks that wasn't in the war. It's all told from the perspective of veterans of the war. I guess in the 60s there was a lot of documentaries and just them interviewing and talking to these people. So the story told is 100% from what they seen. So that's really interesting.
Kind of like 20 years ago when they did a whole bunch of World War II stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're not hearing historians talk about it, and they're not talking about the strategies or anything. It's literally just the life of what a soldier went through. And I think that made it even more impactful. So I really loved it. There's one more showing December 27th that's going around.
My father-in-law was pretty interested in it, so.
Yeah, Katie and I are going to that one.
It's absolutely worth it's worth the viewing. Like Nathan said, what they've done with the footage, Peter Jackson was even saying that much of the footage at that time were filmed in various frame rates, 9, 10, 13 frames
Because it was hand cranked.
Because everything was hand cranked. And one of the funny things they said was that these soldiers didn't really, they'd never been filmed before, so they thought it was just a camera. And at the time, you had to stand still for about 10 seconds. So they would freeze, and then the camera would be like, no, move around. So then they didn't know what to do.
And you could see the people react because when the footage would start, it's people standing, and then all of a sudden they would do weird motions like I'm working, and it was just so. And he was saying that was kind of the hardest thing is to get war footage of that time because there is some really intense explosions, especially when the Germans were detonating the TNT, the mines.
Yeah, they had these mines, and then they had some action footage. Only one shot of some British troops storming no man's land, but that was about it. They had other ways to convey action that were really cool.
Well, the artillery, the shots of them going on.
Yeah, they also had shots of artillery crews working. And they were smaller guns. They weren't like the German rail guns. I think they said they were 150 millimeter howitzers or somewhere abouts. They'd hit the string, and pull it, and you'd see shingles coming off the roof next to it because just the concussions were just so powerful. And they don't have any sound footage from that time, so they had friends, I guess, or they knew people.
The New Zealand Army. Yeah,
the New Zealand Army. That's right. Were shooting off 100, 150, 155 millimeter howitzers. So they used those, explosions that they mic'd all over these hills, the detonation, the whistle of it going over, and they just expertly put this into the movie. They even said there's this famous scene of this man, this officer reading a speech, and they had lip readers come in to try to figure out what all these people were saying. And they couldn't quite figure out what the speech was, but based off the unit patches and rankings and everything, Jackson was able to figure out what unit this guy was, dig through all their documents, and find the actual speech, and then re-record it for the film.
That's awesome.
The level of detail is unreal. If a person had a unit patch for somebody from Flanders or Sussex or something,
that was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they would have people from that area record the dialogue, so it would be even more realistic.
Which is such an attention to detail that no one really would care about.
No.
Except for Peter Jackson. He's like, no, if this person's going to be speaking, we're going to make sure he's from the area that we're showing out there. Because he wanted to be as true footage that you're seeing of these people that it could be. So absolutely amazing. I won't talk about it anymore except for after we get done.
It's a true experience.
So when you were watching it, were you like hearing Dan Carlin like talking in your ear in one
Not
ear?
necessarily. I just want to hear what Dan and Carlin thought about it.
Yeah.
I want to hear him go, yeah, it was pretty good. Or, yeah, it was bullshit.
I mean, there were some scenes of like people, British soldiers that they lived in the trenches. They just dug out this area and lived in this cubbyhole while being shelled. Somehow they just slept 4 hours through it.
Mm.
Yeah, even someone like Ray, who I know says he has no interest in it, I would love you to see it because I think you would enjoy
I
it.
wouldn't mind seeing it. I just had no interest this close into Christmas making a trip to Gainesville and sitting through a movie while there's so much other stuff going on. That's just another thing to add to it. So that's why it wasn't that big of a priority for me. If it comes on Netflix, I'll watch that.
And it definitely in no way glorifies war. It's what these men went through day to day, and it was hell.
All right, Chuck, what about you, buddy? All right.
Still on my Stephen King kick. Finished The Talisman. I've talked about it before, how great it is. Went ahead and started my next venture into Stephen King, 11/22/63.
Been wanting to read that one. How is it?
Isn't there a Hulu?
There is, but I'm thinking I might watch it when I'm done with it. But so far I'm about 8 hours into it, and
So very close to the beginning.
yeah, I'm in love with this book. This might be. I think I'm gonna end up loving this just as much as the Talisman and the Bill Hodges trilogy.
He says this every time.
No, this is really good.
Now, refresh my memory. It has to do with the grassy knoll and like the Kennedy assassination, correct?
Yeah, pretty much the guy Jake Epping. He's a high school English teacher, and he's been charged with going back in time to stop the Kennedy assassination. But there's certain things going back in time that he has to hold on to.
Was he maybe deputized by a law enforcement agency?
No.
Which was
This guy Al that owned a diner.
I like where this is going already.
Oh yeah, did he have a
I like
computer named
diners.
Ziggy?
Yeah.
No.
But pretty much the concept of it, it's just going back,
both of those things.
going back into time. Got a little notes up. Anytime you go through the rabbit hole back in time, every time you go back, you get transported back to September 9th, 1958 at 11:58. And it doesn't matter how long you've been there, a day, a month, a year, 5 years. When you come back, it's only been 2 minutes in present time.
Hell yeah.
But you still age in the past.
I'd use that to poop.
You could. But
It's a long poop.
so far,
2 minutes, I disappear, I poop, I come
It's,
back out in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
connected into some of Stephen King's other
Same
works.
time.
Derry, big time in the beginning of it. Derry, Maine, the site for Stephen King's It. It literally takes place because the main character, Jake Epping, he goes by another name, George Aberson. He goes to Derry to stop a murder of a student of his in the present day, and he runs into Richie Tozier in Beverly Marsh after the It murders when they think they've killed the clown already, and Derry's still in the aftermath of it. But so far, this book is it's fucking amazing. I love it. Like, I teared up, and there's the concept of the butterfly fleck. Do I change this in the past? Will it have any effect in the future?
Butterfinger fleck.
Did I say Butterfinger? Alright, well, whatever.
The Butterfinger effect.
The main
You guys
test
will
he's trying to do,
Butterfinger.
We'll just edit this later.
yeah, the main test he's trying to do is see
Nobody better let
one of the students he has was the sole survivor of a brutal murder, and he goes back to try to save him. And it's Merry Christmas, everybody. I love all these guys. They put up
Chuck
I
is
wouldn't mind
so
it.
good
Hey, I had both
rounding
years
us
ago,
out now.
I know, but I
don't think he notices as much when we're in the podcast room.
I want to go into detail
That's
about,
what killed Mike
but
tonight.
it's not even like 3 hours into the book. But literally, one of his students was almost beaten to death by his dad. He goes back to try to save him.
I think when you
Instead
go
of killing
into
the whole
so
family?
much detail,
Boy.
that's when it turns me off.
Butterfinger on
Oh, it does?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah, because when you give so much detail, like that's why I don't care to watch that other
Hold
show
on.
that you kept telling me.
I got a serious question.
Yeah, bro.
Alright, so there's a father who killed his son.
Killed his entire family except for
From
one.
strangulation?
No, beat them with a sledgehammer.
Did he work at a radioactive?
He actually was a fucking meat cutter, bro.
Oh, it's fuck.
Yeah, he
No wonder
was.
he likes this
Close
movie
to
so
home.
much.
Yeah.
Step one.
But he
Step
has
two.
the decision of trying to save the whole family. Well, when he does in the past, the guy he tried to save from being the sole survivor dies in Vietnam. So he ended up shortening his life as opposed to letting him live a full life where he has brain damage. So it's like the moral compass of it, it's kind of chilling.
There's this YouTube video that's going around,
Oh boy.
and it's one of those like like speed PSAs where if you just slow down by 5 miles an hour, you'll have infinitely more stopping speed. And while they're telling you these statistics, this lady just plows right into the sky, rolls him over the hood and everything, like the car's crushed, she's like, oh my God. And so while they're telling you these statistics, it rolls back, and she goes 5 miles an hour slower, and was able to stop in time. And, the guy's like, and it looks up and it's actually Hitler. And he runs over and he jumps in his cardboard box and says, Nazi time machine. And then goes to the past. And so that's the end of the commercial.
But another thing about going back in time,
So we're supposed to drive faster to stop Hitler.
yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
That's what I get out of it.
If you whatever you do when you come back to present day, if you go back, everything you did resets. So the main
You have to
character's
stay
in the
once you
process.
accomplish it.
Yeah, he's in the process now. He has to go back again to stop the husband from murdering his entire family. And that's just the beginning. That's not even getting to dealing with JFK and
Well,
Lee Harvey Oswald.
I actually missed all that. Can you start over for me?
That's actually not bad, man. I mean, you could just grow old in a booming economy. And, you're going to be seeing all those, like, imagine in 89, like, you waited, like, 20 years, and fucking Batman comes out. You get to see Batman again. That's going to be awesome.
But you wouldn't be able to take pictures and post it on Instagram so everybody knows you're doing it.
That's
Or you could be ahead of your time, like a 60-year-old dude that is, like, the biggest Instagram influencer.
Yeah.
What do you get to bring anything back, or are you naked like in Terminator?
No, they can bring stuff back and forth.
Okay, guys.
No, so you can take a selfie.
Well, no,
He
he can,
can,
but he at one point takes his cell phone and forgets it and just throws it into a lake. And I'm like, there's going to be something about that later on in the book.
Some fish.
But it resets when you went back in time. So, problem solved.
All right, Mike, what about yourself, buddy? What you been nerding out on?
Well,
wait. Your 30-minute nerd on about that movie doesn't count for his.
no, wait.
That was maybe 15 minutes.
My nerd is going to be this question that just popped into my head.
Okay, go for it.
It's something I've always thought about, but what you said about bringing things back and forth kind of triggered it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's to stop a human resistance operative from going back in time to save Sarah Connor with some modern laser weapon in his anus?
Nothing. I've wondered why they haven't done that in like.
Because
any other
you can
movies.
send a 3,000-pound fucking metal monster through with a tiny layer of skin over it,
Yep.
and it works fine. So why didn't they could even like put like
Yeah.
skin over him, like fake skin, and have like a skin pocket
Or a
No.
fake arm. An arm that's actually a gun.
Yeah.
Or even just merge cybernetics and have a fucking metal arm that turns into a gun. I mean, no, they just like. Good luck, man. These are hard to kill now.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Enjoy
doing
20th
this.
century
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah, here's a 357 hollow point. Good luck. So whatevs. I actually haven't been doing much this week. It's been just really busy with shopping and all that. My big nerd on, of course, was going to see They Shall Not Grow Old with Nathan. It's a very impactful, powerful thing. Such a great movie. I recommend it to everybody. My sci-fi book of the week that all sounds the same that nobody cares about. I'm reading right now.
Are there mechs?
There are mechs, actually.
Right?
Are there zombies
get
driving them?
No, but I've talked about that one before.
Yes,
It's
you
by
have.
Jake Bible. No, so this is actually one of my more favorite series where there's a galactic union of many races. The humans are brought in, modern time, and they have there's no centralized government. Everything's governed by guilds, and one of the guilds are merc guilds. So humans want to be mercenaries. So of course, the way they have to compete with these crazy ass bugs and other aliens mech suits.
Yes.
So humans, of course, a trope in the sci-fi current kind of. Somebody actually mentioned this. One of the authors actually of one of my books said that sci-fi at this day and age with these ebooks, because they're a dime a dozen now, they've just taken off, and I like it. But he akined it to the pulp comics of the 30s and the pulp books, which I really kind of agree with. That's a good comparison. Regardless, one of the tropes is humans are overly aggressive, compared to other aliens. So we have kind of an edge, even though, we're tiny, squishy things. But there's an all-out war right now between humans and everything else. A lot of trickery, a lot of subterfuge. And you know what? The 4 most badass merc human companies are coming out. That's the 4 horsemen.
Whoa.
Cartwright's Cavaliers, Asburan Solutions, the Winged Hussars, and the Golden Horde. The 4 best mech companies.
This is a series you've talked about this before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've read about 13 books in the series.
Oh wow.
Okay. So
There's a lot because they have the 4 books, each setting up its own merc company, and then some offshoot stories and some cobbled together smaller anthology stories that kind of build a bigger universe. And then this is the second series that I'm reading now, which is the actual the older series being the build up to this all-out war.
Okay, so this guy's written 13 books, and George R.R. Martin can't get off his ass and finish one.
Well, he subcontracts it out. All those anthology books are written by different people. Like the guy with the zombie mech, he wrote one, and Jake Bible's his name.
He's building a fucking franchise.
That's
So
pretty
he's
much what you're
purchasing
doing.
his book.
A lot of people will do this. They will subcontract out. One of my favorite guys, I forget his name right now, but he does the Monster Hunter series. It's Larry something, I don't know. Anyway, a lot of the Monster Hunter books that I enjoy, a lot of those are kind of subcontracted out. So they still look over it and have overall say, but what's funny?
Fucking Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
So the real question is, at what point do your books take in the Butterfinger effect and have ramifications for that as well?
Well, that's actually like human aggression. That's kind of another sci-fi trope. Is the Butterfinger effect?
Nobody shall lay a finger.
Yeah, one of my favorite series actually
It works
ending.
so well in time. I mean, it really don't lay a finger on anything when you.
It was the 11th commandment, but Moses didn't have enough tablet there.
Well, because he was like, "You ready, Butterfinger? Fuck that! I'm gonna lay my fingers all over that."
One of my favorite books actually ended where the bad guy had the good guy on the ground. He's beating the shit out of him. His mech's all torn the fuck up. He's just taking up. And then he starts taunting him. Cutting off parts of his mech and shit like that. And then he goes in there and he rifles through his shit. And you know what he finds? He takes the hero's Butterfinger. And ooh, it pisses him off.
And then he fucking
It's like he comes up and he fucking triple stomps the butthole in his ass.
Leave it alone. Stay out of my stuff. Take everything.
Yeah.
No, not my Butterfinger.
Give it back!
Yes.
Mom!
He finds that extra ounce of it.
He gets that mom strength and becomes mom.
No, that Butterfinger
beats his
strength.
ass.
Call me, mommy.
Yeah, it's like nobody can. Every time they try to grab onto him, they slide off because they have Butterfingers now.
Their teeth are stuck together and they
Yeah.
barely open their mouth because they have
You
fucking
activated my trap card. Butterfinger trap.
All right,
So that was my nerd on.
that's it for the Nerd-Ons. We're going to switch over to Ray with the news.
We're not doing news.
Yeah, we're doing short news today.
All I want to do is read some news. I got a feeling I'm not the only one.
And all I wanna do is read some news.
All right.
Until the sun comes up over California, Florida.
All right. Well, that was
Took that one all the way.
That'll be at 7:45 a.m.
Yeah. So we had a couple of things drop this week.
Merry Christmas, Mark Davis.
What's up, Mark? Drop D. So Drop D. Remember from the Australians?
We were the only one.
Oh,
You
yeah,
talked
look at that.
They can't see the screen with all of y'all's names in front of it. But yeah, so we had a couple of things drop this week. First off, Entertainment Weekly. Nathan's balls finally.
That's why my voice is so low tonight.
And he properly sat on them.
That happens all the time. Let's be honest.
Entertainment Weekly came out with the
Worst pictures ever again.
yeah. Entertainment Weekly is notorious for like putting out early stuff for movies, and it looks horrible every time.
It made Apocalypse look great. This did.
Yeah, well, and that was one of the big ones. With everyone went with the Ivan Ooze about the apocalypse with X-Men Apocalypse.
That was still dead on.
But this week we got pictures from the new Aladdin that's coming out, the live-action Aladdin, and people lost their shit over Will Smith's genie. And if anyone read the article,
Put that genie back in the bottle.
which apparently no one here did.
I read it.
Will
Ray,
Smith-
you never corrected us. We were shitting all over it. You never once like, actually, I read the article.
I'm not gonna
She was
cheat.
waiting for me to do that.
What you are
You
right
just
now.
made that joke. You just got mad. I made it first.
I actually believe that you didn't read that article and you read someone else's comment. That pointed that out. And now you're trying to play it off like you read that fucking article. Because if there's one thing I know, you don't fucking read articles.
I read articles. I don't watch
Don't
videos.
watch videos,
Yeah.
doesn't read articles.
I will watch trailers, but I don't.
You
watch
read
videos.
headlines.
I do
Yeah.
read headlines.
Copy.
I'm gonna start posting YouTube videos and just say, "Hey, watch this trailer."
But yeah, so we got the
That movie's
pictures
supposed
and Aladdin.
Looks fine.
Yeah, Aladdin looks fine.
Jasmine looks fine.
really
Disney
good.
World, it looks fine.
And this non-CGI genie was the big topic. Will Smith is the non-CGI genie, and a lot of people were not digging it at all.
I wasn't.
What were you gonna say?
I wasn't. I was just saying. I wasn't. I'll go ahead and throw my hand
No,
out there. I was
yeah.
shit talking it.
So
No,
what
I mean I
is
was too
CGI?
before I read the thing. He's gonna be
Or someone told me.
So they're just gonna change the color of the skin.
no. He'll probably look like more.
No,
like a
he's
genie.
not going to be just in blueface,
No.
Chuck.
No, I'm saying
I know
like
what you're
he
talking
literally looks like he's like that's a finished concept. Like
I
that's
think
that design
that's
is
probably
finalized.
what he looks like when Aladdin releases him at the end or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Well, and I mean there's nothing wrong with that as that.
No.
But yeah, I get where you're going to there. But yeah, the other stuff I didn't think Aladdin looked great. It all looked like really good cosplay.
It looked like they worked at Disneyland.
It looked better than Disneyland. It was at least Disney World.
I'm just saying they look like just fucking.
It was like the meet and
Fuck
greet
you, Disneyland.
breakfast that you go to. That they step it up there. That's not someone that's been in the heat for at least the last 3 hours. These look like fresh Disneyland.
They look like
performers.
Make-A-Wish workers.
What?
What?
That doesn't costume seem
What's
like
a
people like that.
They're not that
Make-A-Wish
bad.
Foundation.
I didn't think it looked that bad. In all honesty,
No, it didn't look that
I
bad.
didn't think Jasmine looked bad.
I would
thought
smash either the boy or the girl. They're both very sexy.
Aladdin.
Yeah,
a boy or the gooder.
the girl.
Abu was the only thing that looked good.
I'd fuck that
Abu
monkey
didn't
too.
look good.
Monkey looked good.
Well, what about Jafar?
Monkey Poo.
Was there a picture of Jafar?
It's
Yeah,
like
I-
very
I thought
huge
I had-
one.
Oh, it's okay.
You
I
can
didn't.
tell him by his outfit.
Yeah,
He looks
absolutely.
just like Jafar.
Which one?
He didn't have
Black.
a long
It's
enough
a
face.
black.
I literally skipped over that picture. So
Yeah,
At least
I
it's
got
one
pictures.
shot. There's no trailer, I think.
Yeah, there were a bunch of extra
But it
photos
was
in the
out.
article, but we also got 2 trailers this week. We got a new Men in Black international trailer. This is with Thompson, Hemsworth, and
Tessa
Thompson.
Thompson.
So it's kind of like Ragnarok Part 2
Yeah.
with
Yeah, you
aliens,
got-
with more aliens.
And then you got a Jedi Master in there too.
Wait, who is the Jedi Master?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
Oh,
so is it-
I forgot Liam
he's
Neeson.
gonna be the bad guy. I'm telling you now.
Okay, well, there's that.
Well, the whole plot is there's a mole.
In the
Men in Black.
What if it's an actual mole?
That'd be pretty funny.
That
I
would
don't
be,
think
I
they're
would
that
like
clever.
that. I would
I
like
mean,
that.
like the
But-
mole on your inner thigh.
The only time that you
Hey,
see
we
Liam
can work
Neeson
in that world.
is in the beginning where he's like kind of laying down what's going on, and then you don't see him again. I'm telling you, he's the bad guy.
What if he's ripped torn in that?
Yeah, who's gonna be the bad guy?
Rip Torn.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Okay.
She's going to take her off her mask
I don't know.
Scooby-Doo style and be ripped torn.
I watched that trailer and I felt I got
That would be
nothing.
awesome.
Yeah, it was fine. It looked like
It wasn't
looked
fine,
Like,
it was-
it looked like another Men in Black movie.
It was them. No, it didn't even feel like that. I love the first Men in Black. I think that's a
Yeah.
really good movie. The second one
It
was
is good.
dog shit.
I don't know if
I ever watched the third one, the one with Tommy Lee Jones.
It
and-
wasn't bad,
No,
but it was
Josh
pretty
Brolin
boring.
was a
Yeah.
Tommy Lee's character.
I don't know. I just watched that trailer and I felt I got no feel for the movie. it was just a bunch of quick shots of them looking cool. Like, you didn't see a lot of aliens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people who was fighting were very normal looking guys. I don't know. It didn't feel like and maybe that's a good thing once the movie comes out. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just didn't feel like a Men in Black movie, except for the fact they had the gadgets.
Yeah.
There were a lot of gadgets.
Yeah, I want to see, fucking crazy aliens and designs and stuff like
I want
that.
to see some Tony Shalhoub.
Yes,
Maybe
because
they're-
he needs a paycheck.
Maybe they're
nowadays.
holding that
Now-
stuff off.
I know what you posted, I believe, was the international trailer. Apparently, there's an American trailer that has a lot more content on it.
I thought is the movie called Men in Black International?
I believe so because
Yes, that's
it's
just
of
what I
the-
read in the comments, so I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay.
it's of the London branch.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, so we're mixed on that one. We also got a trailer
Mixed.
for the
Did you think it
new.
looked good?
Yeah.
What?
I said it was mixed. Did you think it looked
I thought it looked fine.
good? Okay.
Not good, but fine. We also got a trailer for the new Hellboy. This is with
David Harbour.
David Harbour from Stranger Things fame. A lot of people have been upset because Ron Perlman wasn't coming back to finish the
The
trilogy.
dude's 80.
Well, and
Yeah.
also, I mean, I don't know if Del Toro can finish. He has a
He
hard
can't
time
finish a
finishing
movie.
things. So
Well, I kind of heard it was a mixture between that Del Toro wouldn't do it without, or Del Toro didn't want to do it, and Perlman wouldn't do it without Del Toro.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd read that he really wanted to do it. So I know some of y'all didn't get to watch the trailer. Who got to watch the trailer?
I saw it the other day.
Did you see it, Mike?
Yeah, I saw it.
I've been looking forward to this because I like David Harbour and almost anything I've seen him in, but I didn't get a great feeling about this. It felt very
Like you've been there before?
No, it felt very Ragnarok-y for something that doesn't need that. Like if they tried to make a Superman movie really silly and goofy.
See, I've never read the comics. I always thought Hellboy
I
was
haven't
supposed
either.
to be somewhat funny.
I haven't either, and that's why I'm wondering. Like, am I missing something because I haven't read the comics? Because the Del Toro ones weren't funny at all.
They had
some
some
humor in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Del
I don't
Toro,
remember any humor.
I don't think that
Jeffrey
it,
Tambor was like the main, like he was the head of the organization at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had like a little back
Oh,
and
that's
forth.
right.
I don't think that it had as a refined of humor like
Mhm.
that certain directors are able to get out. There was things that
Okay.
were supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's actually how unfunny the movie was. Is there was supposed to be stuff that was funny and you didn't even catch it.
Okay.
Well, I
Maybe.
think in the trailer they did try to shoehorn a lot of the funnier aspects
Maybe.
into it.
Because there was a lot of stuff of like
Like when
Hellboy
he
being
gets smacked
punched
around across the field.
yeah, a whole field
But-
and stuff like that. A bunch of little one-liners, but like not good one-liners, but also not like you're not gonna be like, oh, that was a one-liner.
Seemed
Yeah.
very similar to Del Toro's Hellboy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just not as excited as I was before now after seeing this. But again, that might be because I haven't read Hellboy comics before.
I'm more excited to see that than Men in Black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm definitely
Yeah.
more excited about it than Hellboy.
Okay, yeah.
Does,
It comes out in between Endgame and Captain Marvel, though.
Perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
for
comics
me,
really
it
matter.
has like 2
Perfect
weeks.
for me.
Do
What-
reading the comics really matter to you on that one? Because I've never read a Hellboy comic, and I like the two Del Toros.
No,
I
I-
watched this one.
I liked the first Del Toro. I didn't like the second Hellboy as much. I
Honestly,
liked
I actually
the
like the second one.
visuals of it so much, but I didn't like the story.
Eh.
I thought the movie fell a little short, but it looked beautiful. His movies always look good,
Yeah.
whether they're bad or not.
Like,
And
this
they're
one-
very seldom bad. They're usually just okay. So yeah, I think even a bad Del Toro movie is still okay. But
the aesthetic of Harbor's Hellboy. It's like literally, it's almost like Perlman, except he has more lines to his face.
I don't
It-
notice
it's
that much
Hellboy.
of a difference.
It,
Me
'cause-
neither.
Well, I mean, Hellboy is Hellboy.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
a good thing if he looks very similar.
No, I'm saying like the Perlman, the face was smooth. There was a
Well,
sheen to
yeah.
it. This one has wrinkles to it. But I'm
Yeah.
surprised also you're not excited about your boy Ian McShane being in it.
No, that was the one thing I was going to say. Ian McShane is doing that, and hopefully that will be very successful. He's got season 2 of American Gods coming out,
Mhm.
and the Deadwood movie, so he is going to be
He's
fucking
busy for you.
murdering at this in 2019.
Yeah,
He's
gonna be
like
pulling-
Hot Rod 2.
It's
Fuck
pulling
yeah.
Josh Brolin this year. then.
Yeah.
Hot Rod
McShane
two.
will be the next
Hot,
the
right.
next hot.
Never speak of a man spinning the fire.
But yeah, those are the three things we're going to be talking about on news this week. So,
All right.
I enjoyed talking about that.
yeah,
at the
was
news.
that fun to talk about for the news?
That news was enjoyable.
I enjoyed
Thank
that.
you.
All right, let's go on to our nerd mailbag.
Yeah, we've got a couple of questions this week for the mailbag. If any of y'all are watching live and you want to ask some questions, go ahead and shoot them off on the chat. I've been trying to
Keep them Christmas related.
Yeah, we're trying to do Christmas related. There's one this week that's not Christmas related, but I
Don't
didn't
worry.
mention it on Instagram.
It's a bad
We
question.
banned them from the podcast.
Yeah, they asked, will Endgame be better than Infinity War?
Absolutely.
Most likely.
I
Probably
hope so.
not.
I hope so. Infinity War was so good though.
Yeah.
That's a tall order.
It'll be enjoyable, just
Yeah.
the same.
So yeah,
I mean, there's a reason Empire Strikes Back is considered the best of the series. It ends on a downer.
Yeah.
And so does IW. It just
Oh
brings
God,
some
we're gonna get Ewoks in fucking Endgame.
I hope so.
Oh Jesus!
I hope it works. 'Cause,
The Ewoks wear an Iron Man outfit? Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Iron-
See,
Iron
I'm in
Walks.
for
How
that.
great would that Ewok hunt be?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
can
That's
do-
the best thing Ewoks have ever done. Is that damn Ewok hunt on Battlefront 2.
Oh, scary bastards.
They are.
I still haven't gotten a chance to play this. So Allison asked, what is the most annoying Christmas song to you?
I know this one.
Go ahead. What's your?
Like, you know this one.
Yes.
I know this one.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. by
You got
Paul
you got
McCartney.
you got to sing us a couple
Oh
bars.
fuck yeah!
That
I
is
didn't
no
even
idea
realize
what that is.
we that came on one of our Christmas playlists the other day, and I was like, God damn, who the fuck is this? And I looked, I'm like, fucking Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
trying to get his Christmas money just like John Lennon was. God damn, it is.
And
That's a
retail
bullshit song.
pumps it out like 4
Yeah.
times an hour.
And it's on Christmas commercials all the time. It is
Yeah.
such a bullshit.
I need to know how the song goes. Please. No, not Ray.
No. Whoa, Ray's got it.
Okay, I thought you were.
That's exactly how it
We
is.
had a request from a
we
listener
did.
who
Yeah.
wants TJ to join in with the singing.
So give us a bar. We'll hum along. God damn.
So, man, I bet you're just so fun.
We're really considering changing this from Nerds Who Get Late Sometime to the Nathan and Ray Show. Fuck TJ, and this is why.
What do I mean by that?
Y'all don't ever look at the chat.
The Nathan and Ray Show fuck TJ.
Yeah.
That is not a
Yeah.
show I want to
You need
watch
some
or
punctuation
listen to.
in that.
We said it the way we wanted it
That's
to be
exactly what it means. It says what
There
it
needs to
means.
be
So
some
pretty much he's
colons.
like finger cuffs. That's no.
It's like a Chinese finger trap. There's going to be a lot of in and out. Like that. We're going to use TJ like an accordion.
Turn it into a block of Swiss cheese.
really bad rendition
And
of
then,
Human Centipede.
I will say that I'm in retail as well. Any Christmas song that's came out since like 1995, like
Anything newer.
I hate all new Christmas music. It's all overproduced bullshit.
even covers of anything.
Yeah.
So like they're doing Jingle Bells.
No,
It came out
it's
in 95
it's gonna sound so.
It's like Nickelback doing
Yeah.
Jingle
They
Bells.
do it so terribly. It has to be like, I don't know, just so commercialized. And I'm sure when the fucking James, not James Dean, fucking Paul Mark. I just had a brain fart, guys.
Paul McCartney.
No, man.
Paula
Frank
Dean?
Sinatra.
yeah.
Dean Crosby.
Yeah, that's like my favorite type of Christmas music.
Oh, yeah.
And when that
Yeah,
came out,
King
that
Cole.
was
Classic.
definitely very commercial, but it
It's
has
just
that
classic
classic
sound.
because it's classic music. And I guess because I grew up on that, like things like Elvis, Blue Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
If you get some artists that sound like that, though, like Michael Bublé, really.
but
sounds
even
kinda like that.
Yeah.
his is too produced. And
Yeah.
I guess it's because
Fuck
and that's the
Bublé.
modern
Shut
technology. But I just don't like how clean it sounds.
Mm.
I want it to have a very old, worn out sound.
A little
And
bit
if he did that and gave it a good aging sound, which can be done, I probably would think it sounds better. But fuck Michael Bublé.
Fuck Michael Bublé. We're adding to the list. Ray and Nathan show, or Nathan and Ray show. We'll hash that out. Fuck TJ. Fuck Michael Bublé.
Can't even say his last name. Bublé.
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 Blue Blaze.
Fuck
Blaze.
Fuck Blaze as well.
Always.
This is getting to be a really bad Human Centipede.
Last Christmas, I
Oh.
gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I remember
This year.
Hype Verizon. It was they played I think 2 different cover versions of that song in the same track.
golfer versions.
It was T Swift and somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't even
that
Wham.
was probably alright.
That or give me some Feliz Navidad.
I would prefer
I think that was
whatever
Feliz
it is.
Navidad, but I love it.
I love this.
I
want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
I think I have y'all beat.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. All right, Chuck, what's yours?
I work at Roadhouse and it's country Christmas.
Is it literally the song Country Christmas?
No,
Country
it's
Christmas.
all
It's
country
gonna
singers.
be a country
That might play also.
Christmas.
It's just like once October or Halloween's over with, they start. The
You're
Christmas
lucky
music.
you get it after Halloween. In retail, you don't get that benefit.
Oh, it starts way before.
It starts before Halloween
Oh, that's
usually.
nice.
Really? Before? Does it start before?
You start getting Christmas stuff before Halloween.
Yeah,
usually.
but it's annoying. So I'll have to go with the country aspect of Christmas.
That does sound like my hell. Yeah, but luckily I have some control over the Christmas music.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind hearing some George Strait Christmas songs.
I
That's
played some
fine.
of it. I didn't like.
Yeah, that's true.
But like Jason Aldean Christmas shit, that's no bueno.
I'm gonna drink a beer and open up some gifts.
Pretty much that.
What are you talking about? That sounds great. All right, we have one more question.
Second.
That was the only question.
No, we have another question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we already asked that one. Sorry.
No.
We have one more question. It's from someone named Nathan. He looks sort of like a dickhead, but we'll answer the question. He said, "What's the worst present you've ever gotten for Christmas?"
I'll kick it off because I was thinking about this.
Okay, go ahead.
It's funny because looking back now, it's probably one of the best gifts. But I was a little kid. I was probably like 5, and my grandparents gave me savings bonds every year.
No, that's
And-
great.
And I fucking hated it. And my dad would talk about something. You would throw it on the ground and said, I don't want no damn bombs. And I got one every year. And every year I was pissed until I just knew that's what I was going to get. It was going to be like $100 savings bond.
Damn.
But, oh, yeah.
Damn.
But once I turned 18, I was very happy I had a shitload of savings bonds. And
$1,800 for the savings.
I had birthdays also.
Damn.
And no, they mature way past $100. So it was like, I don't know, it was a lot of money. It was awesome. But as a kid, worst gift I ever got. Anybody else? Any terrible gift stories?
One year, this was probably about 6, 7, 8 years ago. I had like this whole every year my whole family was like, give us a Christmas list. So I meticulously go through and I put links and photos and like y'all know how y'all get.
So this was recent.
It wasn't that recent, but
You were an adult.
I was an adult, yeah. So I had all of this stuff. I did a lot of work on this Christmas list, so people were like, because I'm into weird shit that people don't know about. So nerd stuff,
right, Allison?
nerd stuff and comics, like people don't know. Like
George, what's a sex swing?
Why is it all beanie babies?
So I try to make it easier for people. So I did all this, and then like I am not really I have guns, but I'm not into guns. But I got like a 9mm that I still haven't shot, and I just didn't understand it. So it's not like a bad gift.
It sounds like a great gift.
Yeah, because it's a 9mm, but it was just like I put so much work into this other stuff to tell them
What it
I
is
want.
they got your stupid list. They're like, look at this
Look at this
stupid
nerd shit.
idiot fucking Teletubbies. Nobody collects
This
those.
bullet is from a lot of guns.
What do you mean Ray wants that? No, we're going to get that boy a goddamn gun, and he's going to go outside and use it. You know where he lives, that part of the neighborhood.
Hey, make sure he gets that cassette tape of Lee Greenwood and Proud to Be an American too, please. With it. I want him to play it when he's shooting off that gun.
Dude, that actually would give me such a fucking freedom boner. If I was out there shooting a gun, while proud to be a fucking American.
Especially when he hits that fucking top, you know.
And I proudly stand up.
On the way out, they would play the president's speech from Independence Day.
God damn. I would shoot nothing but bullseyes out of both of my
We wouldn't even
guns.
get out of the car. We would just drive onto the range and just shoot out of the truck. Drive over this berm and just shoot the berm as we drive over it.
Anybody else have a terrible gift about cookies and ninja stars?
I asked my grandparents when I was a kid for Transformers.
Oh no! Oh
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and say, Charles, you seem like the type of guy that you're like that little kid that's been going around that gets an avocado. He's like, an avocado! Thanks!
Wait, there's 5 pounds of veal.
I don't know.
My really loving relatives who know me so well got me a copy of NASCAR-opoly.
Oh, how many years ago was this? Like
This was last year.
Maybe,
It's under the tree right
maybe
now.
15 to 20.
No. Oh, wow.
I know what to get Mike if I can't for Secret Santa.
I bet that shit's unopened
I got-
in the box.
Mike, I got this on Kickstarter for you. NASCAR cheesy.
Pristine copy with Dale's signature on the cellophane.
It's like Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Richard Petty, all the newest friends.
What if on the inside of that was actually something super
Like
cool?
$500 or
Or like it was like a PlayStation
We love
1.
you, yeah.
All of the money was real money,
Yeah.
not fake money.
And you were such a fucking ungrateful bastard that never opened it and went over there to play with them.
Probably sent it to Goodwill or something.
I don't know, some landfill somewhere is rich.
Oh god.
Charles, anything?
I'd say probably I was about 18. My dad for Christmas, which is a big thing because he normally doesn't do gifts, but he got me an electric razor, and I'm like, I don't know.
With the card that said hint.
Okay, and I'm like, no. At the time, I just had like a little goatee, and I'm like,
He was
really?
like lower.
So I'm like, I tried to use it a couple times, and I threw it out. Well, next Christmas, he took it out of the trash, put it back in the box, and rewrapped it.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
he's
That's
like,
awesome.
he's like,
I'm like, I'm not using this. I don't. He's like,
I saw you getting out of the shower and I saw that bush. You
Yeah.
didn't get the hint, bush boy.
Ungrateful bastard.
What I
I'm
was
like, I didn't use it. I hated it.
I was just expecting something like, my old man used to put cigarettes on my arm. You know what he got me for Christmas? A pack of smoke. Get the smoke up, Johnny. That's what I assumed you were gonna say.
No.
All right, let's move on. Are we going to air our grievances?
No, first we're going to do Superhero Secret Santa.
Superhero Secret Santa, TM.
Yeah.
TM, well, this is our one
Triple
of our
S,
new things.
baby. Shit shower shave.
That's a new section for hero. Alright, so basically what we have is we
Secret
have a
Santa
hat.
for superheroes.
We have a hat that has a lot of
TJ's hat.
TJ's hat that he's
Yes.
not wearing.
Pulled from the fire.
Pulled from the fire, saved from the fire. We're going
Family
to
heirloom.
we have some
Josh.
names of superheroes in here.
He demands people buy gooses when he wears them.
We've got some superhero names in here, so people are gonna
Taking their splash.
pull a name
have it.
and tell us what they think they would get for
Take
a
chances.
superhero for
He's not drinking it.
Secret Santa. So Mike's gonna go first. He's gonna pull a name.
I gotta drink this.
I'll switch it.
All right.
You're gonna name.
Nah, he was switch.
Gotcha.
It was a Christmas miracle.
Who'd you get?
Yeah, the Hulk.
The Hulk. Okay, so what are you gonna buy the Hulk as a Secret Santa?
I would buy him
Paxel.
Stretch pants.
probably some
Yoga pants.
some backflow incense burners, maybe some meditation, tapes so he could work on his anger management. Maybe a green She-Hulk pussy fleshlight.
What is it? ASMR? Some ASMR tapes?
So, those things fucking gross me out. ASMR tapes.
I was watching
Spice. I hate them.
I got some shit to say
I know what you were watching.
later. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yes.
All right. So
Regular
Chuck's next.
ASMR videos are creepy.
Green Arrow.
Oh, so what are you gonna buy Green Arrow this
Archery
year?
set.
Fucking gun.
Well, no, if you're a smart gift giver, you're not going to give them something they're an expert in, because chances are they already have
already
it.
have it, yeah.
And it's going to be some shit, like you're a falconer. Here's a canary. Even a mini bird will work.
Well, because you're just going to buy them the Walmart version, whatever it is.
Exactly.
And they
Oh, you're a
have the-
detective, Sherlock? I got this my first detective set for you.
Well, it's like, oh, you smoke a pipe, here's some Black and Miles.
Here's a cold pipe and some Prince Albert. Sure you never had that?
I hear you like magic.
I'm gonna go with the CW Green Arrow. I'm gonna get him like the best of Mitch Hedberg. That dude needs to lighten up and laugh.
An electric light razor.
Yeah.
What about wrestling?
A mildly lewd.
No, the Green Arrow. He's like so dark and brooding. So the best
Like
of
he
Mitch
likes
Hedberg.
wrestling. Stephen Amell loves wrestling, doesn't he?
He does love
Sure.
wrestling.
All right, I got Hellboy. I'm going to get that boy the Bible.
His hymns.
I'm going to teach him some hymns, and I'm going to get him a subscription to a church, because I think you got to pay for those things.
I get an unlimited Eucharist too, just
I'm
like a whole box.
I'm gonna give him
body of Christ.
a monthly Christ box that shows up to his house with a bunch of Christ-based activities. And I'm going to get him one of those really nice files that file down the horns.
A horn file.
Horn file.
Hornfogler.
I got a Superman, so just like my mom gets me every year, I'm gonna get him a new underwear.
TJ?
Use. Drink up, Ray. Let's get you funny.
I got Spider-Man, so I'll be getting him some rice.
I was going to go
That's
with
what I was
that.
gonna say.
Oh man, you know, I would give him some more IT privileges, you know, as the webmaster. Oh gosh.
All right,
That's an Orange Barker joke.
that was our superhero Secret Santa.
It was pretty lackluster.
It really was. We'll
It
work
was.
on that next
Especially
year.
Ray's, portion
Sorry.
of it.
I don't know, man.
Underwear.
I was liking my Hellboy stuff, so you guys just need better material.
Yeah, but in the first movie, you had
I don't think mine was
religious
bad. I think your
artifacts.
guys were bad.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I like
you put me in that used guy, and I'm not a used guy.
Except for the She-Hulk Apocalypse.
It's time for it. God damn every one of you.
What?
It is time to air our grievances.
Ooh.
Chuck, here we are,
Are we limiting this to one grievance per person?
3 years later, and fucking you never wear the goddamn shirt that
No,
I made.
I know. I think each one of us should go around the table and just do one quick grievance for the people.
Wear the goddamn shirt that I bought you. I didn't buy you. I made it. I drew that brown shirt.
Day to work.
No, you don't.
No.
I've never
It's
seen
Has
one.
an undershirt under three other shirts
Yeah,
and his
that
coat.
shirt was meant to be proud.
He's probably
and
Goldberg in it, you know. He's probably a spoo drag.
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm closer to you every time I do it.
TJ,
Yes.
it's time to fucking let the world hear your voice, man.
Yeah.
We know you can sing.
No.
Everybody can sing. It's just you talk loud.
Let it go.
Yeah, see?
I'm singing.
Yeah. Who are you
This
trying
is
to be?
absolutely one of my grievances as
Who
well.
are you trying to be modest for? You're married.
Nobody
She's not
thinks
believe
you're
you.
cool.
Yeah, no one's
You never know. That
How do you
may
make
be why
sexy
it
talk
was
without
before.
seducing a
I cannot lose any more respect for you than I've already lost.
What respect do you have to begin with?
So you singing isn't going to change anything, the dynamics of this little hodgepodge of people.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Ray,
Yeah.
fuck you. I don't know what else to say to you. There's I would have to
That's
have,
not enough to narrow it down.
Festivus would have to be a 365-day, year-round thing, so I could just tell you everything that you do that pisses me off.
Oh, God.
Excluding your fucking face. Mike!
Rip into me.
You
I know.
fuck.
Stupid.
You stupid fuck. How are you gonna ghost me when I text you? I text you random about talking about demons and I get ghosted every time. Just because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I know your ass is up. You can respond back, okay, LOL, talk to you later, you know, something. Instead, I have to bring it up to get yeah, I was talking to Sarah about that. Fuck Sarah too!
Hey,
We're talking about demons. Not everybody else, it's you and me. That's my grievances.
Well,
Damn.
Salt Bay, that's your name.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna air my grievances. Okay. Chuck! It is not 1998. It is 2018. You're almost 40. This is coming from a man who lives at home and has a bunch of toys. What's going on? Let's get some ambition. And Fuck your truck. I hate it.
Yes,
You can't steal mine.
I secondhand that.
Nathan,
Yo,
I feel like ever since you started this band, you're just too cool for school. You never hang out with us anymore. And when you do, you have to go early because you shit your pants. What happened in 2011 and us smoking Drew Estate acid cigars in Brad's shithole house? I missed that.
I missed that too.
But fuck you. Ray, you not from Texas try-hard motherfucker. I'm so tired of you acting like you gotta wear sunglasses at 3 a.m. You're not cool either. TJ.
Oh, TJ.
You've been pretty good to me this year. But God damn it.
I won't sing for you either.
I need you to sing for me. Fuck you.
And Charles, air your grievances.
I can't. I need to run home.
And now we have the
You have
funniest
I'm not
thing
wanting to
Chuck's ever said on the podcast.
that's for sure.
I'm gonna go with
That was the whole point.
It's a Christmas miracle. Chuck was funny.
the annoying ass aspect of my truck, just taking a shit on me right before the holidays. Mike, because he doesn't bring his big fucking guns, so we can all see them. I know you have guns.
He does.
I
Yeah,
don't want to see them. I want to shoot them.
I would like to see them
We're
first.
gonna go shoot him.
Mike
man.
always says, let's go shoot stuff.
Yeah.
How many times have y'all been shooting?
I
How
haven't
many
been
times have you
invited.
been shooting with Mike?
Everyone has said, hey Mike, come over and watch Stranger Things. And I haven't seen one episode. Let's go back to me. I got more for you.
I don't know what grievances I have today, but except for Nathan in that fucking bald spot trying to cover it.
This is grievances, not a roast.
I'm the fact that
I'm
Nathan
sorry.
hasn't come out and
I'm
said that
sorry.
he loves Nickelback because I've heard Black Science and he's channeling his inner fucking Nickelback.
Damn. This is grievance.
Yeah.
This turned into a roast?
This
It
is like
did. It just turned into a roast.
You croc sunburned footed motherfucker. Okay, Ray's next. Hit Ray.
Yeah.
Come on, Chuck. Lay into him. Destroy me. Destroy me.
I don't
Okay, he's
I'm
done.
gonna say-
He's
I'm
done.
done.
Ray, hit us. Hit us
I'll
with
do
your
my load on
grievances.
to Nathan.
TJ.
okay.
TJ.
There's enough there.
TJ. Why the fuck won't you sing for us?
Katie asked me to as well, and I won't.
But, I mean,
We need to create this elaborate scenario where like terrorists break into his house and walk on and like grab like the Josh by the
Please sing it.
He's like, you sing American Vandal, but I think of son.
And then somebody's arm gets shot off or something.
TJ's like, I said I'd never
that's why
sing
you
again.
always leave
Hold
a
on.
note.
Is there like some tragic backstory?
Probably,
He used to
maybe.
sing.
Maybe TJ hasn't sang since the accident
I used to sing all the time back in Korea.
back in
It was 2003. Charlie was all around.
That's
Last person I hear me sing was Charlie. They heard my bullets sing to the body.
Guys, this is more of a plea than a grievance, but also a grievance. I want to play more board games.
Respect.
Sounds like
Yeah.
whining.
Yeah, it
It
does.
kind of is.
Hold on, I'm
Like
here.
a little bitch with a skin knee.
You gotta say with some stango. We need to play more board
We need
games.
to play more fucking board
There it
games,
is,
man.
man.
Come on. God damn it.
Is that a
Like,
dream?
like arm wrestling right now.
Whoever wins gets a handful of fake shards.
I do have a grievance for Ray since you brought
Okay,
that shit
do
up.
Oh, okay, going back to Chuck.
Yeah, I wish you would just shut up and watch fucking Castle Rock instead of knocking any suggestion that comes your way. Seriously, the amount of stuff Nathan, Mike, TJ, you're like, I don't know. It's not my
Chuck,
thing.
if
It's not my
anything-
thing. It's not Wes Anderson, P.T.
anything
Anderson. It's
you-
not my thing.
Anything
Wow.
you try to explain to me is the most boring thing I've ever heard.
And I get that. And I sleep with my eyes open when you're talking about X-Men.
That's
I
a
get
good
it.
grievance.
So does Allison.
All right, Ray,
It
what's your
sounds
other
like
grievances?
marriage counseling now.
Lay it into us.
I think that's all I've got
Yeah.
right now that I can think
You
of.
don't have individual ones for the other three?
No, mostly just you and myself.
All right, TJ, let's hear.
Okay.
Here we go.
Mike, you've been invited over for dinner and you've shunned us.
I was really depressed.
It's free food, damn it.
I made it for you.
Chuck, people try to give you free shit all the time.
I know.
And you deny us.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna hop on your grievance and re-grievance with my grievance for your grievance for him.
Okay.
But yeah, all the fucking time, Chuck, we try to give you things that help you out as a friend to be friends because we're friends because we like you, and you try not to let us do that.
Yes.
It
This
comes
is a
from a
grievance.
place of love, Chuck. Do you know how we treat
Stop
people
denying
that
us.
we don't like? We don't talk to them. You know how we treat people we love? We reach out.
We tell them they're idiots.
We try to give them rides to places.
We make fun of them incessantly and then try to be their friend.
I still have an iPhone.
That took us 5 years!
And it took us a year to give it to you.
I gave it to you, and you still didn't use it for like 6 months.
No, it was like 2 weeks.
How's that-
Never break
how's
your
that-
S3 to get it to work.
How's that iPad working for you?
Oh, I don't charge it for it.
It's
the same charger as your phone!
No, it's not. No, it's not.
He's got a 5S. No, that should be the
5S
same.
is still
Chargers.
lightning.
They're both lightning.
If it's a mini,
No, that's an Android charger.
For that, for the phone, that's not.
Yeah, I don't have a charger for the phone. So
I gave you a
plugged
charger
this.
with the iPad.
No, there wasn't one.
All right, what other grievances you got, TJ?
Okay. Nathan, you spoil shit as much as Charles does.
He does.
Boom!
He does.
Thank you.
that's not a good thing, Chuck.
You know what? I disagree. I don't spoil current things.
You spoil
No, you
things
You do.
as soon as you have watched them.
Yeah,
You
because the shit.
determine
I spoil shit
that-
that's like 4 years old.
You
No,
smashed
no,
the
no.
entire movie of Mandy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did, bro. You did, bro.
No, nothing I told you guys isn't stuff to see on the trailer.
It's
Yeah, because it's in the movie.
if you've seen it.
Yeah, the trailer.
No, if you have seen it, it is
doesn't
open,
matter
It
to
doesn't
anyone
matter
about
that
anyone
anyone else
else.
hasn't seen
Let's
it.
get defensive on this.
This is not a defensive.
Okay, yeah,
narrative.
sorry,
take it.
Air grievances. Oh, sorry.
So don't lose all this, brother. You gotta take it.
Ray, I can't think of one right now.
Coming out pretty good.
You know
on this.
my other grievances. You guys are taking it too easy on this stuff over here.
I'm trying to think of one.
I called him a fake
Come on, one.
Texas ass motherfucker.
I'll give you. Mike's the only one.
No, I have one. Where is the damn vest and the fucking raptor claw necklace?
Yeah.
Ever since he
I
had
thought
this
about wearing that
medical
tonight.
issues,
Yeah,
he
it
has
is
not been cowboy
Fancy bank job.
And where's Kingdom Death?
Yes.
You do 2
That's
fingers,
hard.
and then you take another year off.
Yeah.
You're like,
I got put two
tired.
things together.
Yeah, I like you put 4 figures together unpainted in over a year's time.
Two.
It's only two.
Not 4.
I'll have another
Listen,
vehicle.
guys,
I'll have a
I'm
new
old.
truck by the
I got
time you have.
tired.
No, you won't.
By the time he has Kingdom
No,
Death,
They'll
there's
be
no way.
Flintstoning that fucking purple
it
ranger
ain't
around.
Flintstone now, buddy. It ain't going nowhere.
All right.
All right.
Is that our
podcast
grievances?
out.
You got one for Mike?
Do,
Harry,
Yeah, you already got mine.
do we need Allison to air hers now?
No, I
You don't have that.
No, we don't. We can't.
I can see
Let's
her.
do that.
I can see her grievances in her eyes.
How we are all
Pierce's
wild
thing with her
disappointments.
So, are we about to do? Is it time to go to Secret Santa?
Yeah, Secret
Because
Santa.
I'm gonna take a secret
Oh, shit.
piss real quick.
Oh, yeah.
She
All right,
just gave us
Nathan's gonna take a secret piss. We're still
While you
live
guys
here,
grab
so
presents.
if y'all want to ask us any questions, we're right here on the thing. We're gonna pass out the presents. We do this every year.
This is
we-
hard
Way harder than it should be. Dig it out.
we get a
Oh my god.
Secret Santa, and then some of us also like go and buy other people presents.
Yes.
TJ, I didn't get you anything this year. Just kidding. It's just not here yet.
Well,
So
I couldn't afford a whole lot.
Yeah,
that's
why I
fine,
gave
that's
you
fine,
that
that's fine.
appreciated monitoring glasses.
we know how Christmas gets expensive, man.
So how did you know my prescription?
I got a present for TJ.
Oh,
Allison's got a present for TJ.
So do we want to get the cookies out of the way?
No, we're just putting
We
the
need
presents
to?
directly in the cookies.
Whatever. This is a fuck TJ XOXO Nathan.
Yes.
So I must, we're not opening yet. We're just passing out.
Okay.
That's where you pass out gifts or Secret Santa gifts?
I don't know. Well, this one says Bubba. So
Have to see what that one's all about.
this one is Mike from Nathan.
Oh, goodness.
This is for Mike from Nathan.
Oh, no.
He's trying to let you.
He doesn't have to
Try.
He doesn't have to work that hard.
That's probably a secret.
Yeah. Dude, you're just snipping through so much shit right now.
This one says Ray from Nathan, so I'm gonna put it right here.
You can tell who has the highest salary out of the group.
Yeah, this one says Ray from Nathan.
Mm.
So that's for me and me.
Mm.
This one says Chuck from Nate.
Mm.
This one is Chuck from Nate. TJ from NB.
Okay.
That's probably Nathan as well.
TJ from Nate.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to hand me some. Chuck, hand some out. That one says Ray and it's an Amazon box.
Yep.
This was Nathan's.
Okay. That one's
That's
Nathan's.
pretty nice.
Let's see.
It's not wrapped in there.
There's another one from Nathan, from Chuck.
I obviously have more gifts.
The really nice wrapped ones are from Chuck.
Lance.
Assy to classy. My damn.
So these are not the Secret Santa.
We don't know. We'll have to announce.
Yeah.
Bubba.
That's what I thought.
I'm Bubba.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. There's some more on the Christmas tree behind you.
Okay.
They're all in the most Wes Anderson-esque.
Fuck with
Yeah,
Martin
really?
Luther.
That plaid?
Yeah.
That's pretty classic Christmas stuff.
Chuck.
Oh, Chuck's getting engaged.
Aw.
Nothing.
That's you.
Okay. That's not me. That's a present.
Mm.
You forgot right names on it.
I didn't write names on this. I think this is Mike.
Bad.
That's Chuck.
Mm.
I wonder what that one is. I think this one's Chuck.
Wait, which one's Chuck?
This one.
Oh, yeah.
It says Chuck.
Oh, this is also for Chuck.
Okay.
Keep it face down.
Okay. Put it under these. All right, and then what we can do is just kind of announce. We'll start with Mike and just see who is Mike's Secret Santa, and then he'll open up his Secret Santa gift, and then we go from
I think Nathan is my Secret Santa.
there.
Oh, I'm your Secret Santa, sure?
Are you?
No, I mean you're my Secret Santa. That's awesome.
Are you?
No, who got Mike as Secret Santa?
I did actually.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I remember this.
Thank you. In an Ulta beauty bag.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
All right, open it up.
I am beautiful.
All right.
You are beautiful.
Never seen nobody.
Oh, it's on
I can't
Look
see
at that
all of Nathan's
adorable
huge.
Harry Potter stuff.
I can't see through Nathan's huge ass.
I know Mike likes things that do two things.
A flask. What is this?
With
Ooh, it comes with a little expanding cup in the middle. That's
So
awesome.
it's got the shot glass and the
Yeah.
flask.
buddy.
yeah.
Could put so many. Oh, sorry. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I got a flask and it has a little cup that pops out of it and it kind of like telescopes out. It's awesome.
You could drink so much soda.
Whoa.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
right?
That was actually really cool.
I mean, it takes up precious booth space, but I forget.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you would.
I'll keep going.
Okay.
Mafia 3. I've never played the Mafia
price
series.
tag on it. Katie.
I didn't see it. Oh, wait, no, I saw it. Dude, there's nudity. How do you know I like nudity? It's gonna be
Well, I
fun.
figured
Actually,
it's a-
this one got really good ratings.
Yeah, I figured it was an open world game and you don't have internet, so you would kind of like
Well,
that.
thank you. That's very sweet of you, TJ.
You're welcome.
It's much nicer than Nathan. why you gotta be Call of Duty?
Yeah, I didn't think you had that one.
I did, and I wasn't gonna get it. But not because I didn't want to play it. It's just I'm tired of giving my heart to single players. But I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Black Ops 4.
All right, nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Kill streak.
We're doing
Do we want
secrets.
Mike to open up the rest of his now,
We
or
just want to do
We can
secrets.
do
Let's do
Secret
Secret
Santa
Santa
first.
Chuck, who did you have for secret Santa?
or who had Chuck?
Who had Chuck?
I had Chuck. So the plaid ones are yours. Open up the one that you know what it is already. Not that one.
So many possibilities.
Oh shit!
You didn't get this one yet, I hope.
No, I don't have any from this way, the Sovereign Way.
Yes.
Marvel's Bishop, part of the Sovereign Way. Natural addition to my X-Men.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
And he has the little Jericho mullet also.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
best.
the 90s
Mhm.
Jim Lee version for sure.
Yeah.
I like this gun too.
Can we go with the small one?
Yeah, go with the small one.
You like double faster than
Yeah.
Okay, just stop at the same time.
Got you a carton smoke.
Oh,
Yeah, so you listen to so many like podcasts and books and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you always have to have that line.
Line,
that
very
running
nice.
from my
So
so
these
these are some Bluetooth wireless headphones to listen to stuff on.
What a thoughtful gift.
Yes.
Bump the rock.
This is
That's
awesome.
the rock, right? And then that's my last one for you.
I haven't had a chance to get it except for the girl. That's all right.
These are really nice. Water resistant for all the sweat.
All that meat sweat.
Whoever's in his balls are listening to music. Just brandishing a knife at him.
I have a flashlight to
Work on your truck.
Yeah, Chuck's been working on his truck at night at my house a lot, and I have one
Dude,
flashlight
it's
that
got a
he's used a
built-in
lot.
hook too,
Yeah.
a magnet. That's cool.
It's a shirt of some type. He's looking at it.
I have fallen in love with a show, Great British Baking Show, and it's one of the judges on the show. It's one of the former judges actually. It's Mary Berry, and on the shirt
Blair?
says nobody likes a soggy bottom.
Yeah, I
That is beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, you know, who's
This
gonna
is
love that
awesome.
Chuck?
That could have been good for.
I know for a lot
Yeah,
of
for
us.
anybody, but no
More
more
of us,
meaning.
except for-
It's so good.
Nobody likes
Thank
the
you,
soggy
Ryan.
bottom. You're welcome. So, who had Nathan this year?
I did.
All right.
It's right over there.
Is it the big one?
Yes.
Is it fertility spears?
I first do want to say this is really awesome wrapping present.
Yeah. The first time I've wrapped a present for a friend.
And
Oh,
it says,
good job.
to Nathan from your little homie, Michael. and Mike is the only one that actually used the bow. So I have to point
Oh,
out
good
that
point.
I almost put bows, but I didn't want you guys to think I liked that.
It
That was that extra bit of effort and passion.
I found that one on the street.
Oh, and it's a box from Amazon!
Alright, this is fancy.
It's a box full of stuff.
Just the best kind.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You got Dundee?
I got the Bushiest Beaver Award
Nathan bought it
with my name on it. This is amazing.
It's amazing what a trophy company will pull engrave on it for a very low price.
This is truly amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
This is amazing. This is a gift, guys.
Oh man, that's good. There's more.
Rick and Morty Munchkin. That is actually really cool.
That's not what I meant by more board games.
I didn't. We
You make me play that shitty X-Men one.
I don't make it.
Who is a
but I
Santa
love
Claus?
it.
We do love Munchkin's always fun. I love
Some
it.
of those cards look really fucking hilarious.
Mike loves Munchkin, so you guys can just stuff together and play with us.
I'll do it.
You'll enjoy it. And this is because your masks melted in your car. I got you the sunshades.
I'm not gonna lie. I look at sunshades all the time. I'm just too cheap to buy them for myself. So I really actually do love this.
I like practical gifts.
I am all for this actually, because I did have a mask literally melt.
What
in
mask?
My Kylo Ren
Are you
mask
kidding me?
Oh,
melted.
man.
It's number one my own fault. I left it in my truck, or my car. But it got so hot that it
That's
fucking
incredible.
melted. We live in Florida.
That's true.
Great
It's a
gifts.
real thing.
Push his beaver.
All right, who had me this year?
I had you as your Secret Santa.
I think you unplugged yourself or something.
I did?
Man,
No, I had you as Secret Santa.
All right.
I hope it's all
Here's this
cigarettes you bought.
Amazon box.
Oh
Here's your
man, that is some high-end wrapping.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's
you
a
sure
bunch
should
of
shut the fuck
comics.
up real quick.
So this is the new Uncanny X-Men #1, and it's a little pack that they do at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I do not have that.
There's like two others.
Infinity Wars, the new Venom,
You have 6 more comics in there.
yeah, the Superman,
Because I remember you talked
the
about
Teen
DC.
Titans, yeah, the 100 the issue and the Batman from the DC Walmart exclusive. These are all
So
exclusives.
those are really cool designs.
Yeah.
Batman, that's like that old classic.
Because I remember you talking
Yeah.
about the DC 100 issues, but you never. I didn't remember you saying. You
No,
got
I don't
any of
have
them.
any of them.
These made me think of growing up when you used to like. You know,
Yep, yep. That is really cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I haven't gotten to read any of this Infinity Wars either, or this X-Men. I just saw someone post this online, and I was like, oh, I could go pick that up from Walmart. I should go grab those. So thank you so much.
All right, I got.
Saving from having to go into Walmart.
Yeah.
No, that's a gift.
That's a
in and of
gift.
itself.
That's a gift.
Yes.
You could have got me a 55-pound bag of old Royals.
All right, I got you, TJ. I would say
I'm super excited about this.
open the gray one first, please.
The one that says "fuck you."
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck TJ.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So this is Secret Hitler.
Tell me
It
more.
plays a lot like Werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Katie's been talking about it a lot. She got to play it in Salt Lake at her history thing. So thank you, Nathan. That's awesome.
That'll be fun.
Yes.
It's a game. It's a
I figured it'd be a good party game for
Oh,
us
yeah.
to bring the misses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Guess Who, right? Sort of like somebody's Hitler and somebody plays Hitler.
Yeah, and you try to get people to join the Nazi party and stuff like that, and they're like
Ah.
civilians and such, and
Okay.
kind of like Werewolf, where somebody's a werewolf and somebody dies or whatever.
There's 2, right?
Yeah, there's that underneath the big one.
Do the
Turn the red one over.
Oh,
red one. Do that one first.
okay.
That one.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
an X-Force shirt.
And a part of airing my grievances is I got you a 2X because your shirts are too goddamn tight, TJ. All the shirts you wear are too goddamn tight.
I don't agree.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the last. That's the cream of the crop.
Is this another one of your original designs?
I don't know. Guess
Okay.
we'll find out.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Thrawn, that's badass.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So it's TJ drawn as Grand Admiral Thrawn from Star Wars, which
Yeah.
is one of his top.
That's
characters.
my favorite character in
Yeah.
Star
Oh, yeah.
Wars. So
Hey,
thank you.
I
That
hope
is
you enjoy it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like both these shirts.
All right. Let's. I want to open Ray's gift
Okay.
because I'm curious.
Nathan's going for my gift now. This is an art print that I got that Allison turned me on. This artist. It's called Celebs on Sandwiches.
So good. It's It's Rocky, and we all know I love Rocky.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
not a fucking Philly.
Philly cheesesteak.
That is
Pretty glorious.
That is amazing.
You know what's sexy? This art.
This person's art.
I said if there's any gift that's a Nathan Bachman gift, it's Rocky Balboa sitting on a Philly cheesesteak.
You're not.
Nathan's gonna take like 5 pictures of it for me. It's so awesome.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right, who wants to go next?
Did everyone do their Secret Santa stuff?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
already done Secret Santa, so
Oh,
now we're
okay.
just moving on to the extras.
I'll say that your gift should be here end of the week coming up.
Whose?
Yours, Ray.
You just gave me a gift.
No, you are my Secret Santa.
Oh.
I got everybody a gift, but your gift will be here. Should be end of the month or end of the week.
Okay.
It's,
well, TJ's gift's not here from
yeah.
from me. So.
Would you like to know what it is? Or
No, no,
for them?
no, God, no.
Okay.
All right.
I like to be surprised.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Well, it says Nathan opened mine.
All
I
right.
got 2 from Nathan.
Go open this one first
go,
because
go.
I thought it was so cool, and I was like, fuck, I think you might have that.
I do. Wait. Oh, I don't have these. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No. These are the. I thought this was the coins. It looked like the coins from the back. These are the realistic tokens for Scythe.
Oh,
Which
man,
we
yes.
talk about it all the time. We play Scythe, and these are. I think this is one of the only things that I still have like cardboard for. But these are like.
It's nice.
Yeah, these are made out of. I think they're like clay and stuff. But it's like little wood tokens and little pots of like grain
That's awesome.
and little oil tokens and then little metal
Kicks
bars
ass.
of metal. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. Oh gosh, that'll add to the whole experience.
This one I'm really proud because I had to really listen to what you've been saying a lot lately.
Oh,
And
I know that's hard for you.
yeah, and but I was like, Ray really wants this.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good job.
oh. Well, thank you.
And with this present, I think we can all agree that if you put the time into it, we promise not to be assholes, and we will.
I don't know if
Is that the
TJ
is that the real present?
The real present is that we'll play this and we won't be complete jack-offs.
Complete assholes.
That would be like getting your wife a bowling ball with your name on it. You're gonna love this thing.
I guarantee it.
All right, Chuck, open up what I got you.
All right. From Nathan.
Oh, from Nathan.
Is it your copy of The Witch?
Oh,
nice. Good call.
That's the first one.
First one.
Yeah. So you can start it off.
You already own it? Ah!
Have you
Well,
played it?
Nathan's got a copy of Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I never played it.
You haven't?
Nah, I guess I'm gonna play it.
It's awesome.
It is so good.
Merry Christmas, Nathan.
Thanks,
Oh, I
Chuck.
didn't know you had that, Chuck. Oh, well.
It's a quick re-gift.
Fastest free gift I've ever seen.
Oh.
The comic book story of professional wrestling?
Ooh.
Okay.
That's-
wow.
Somebody gets stabbed in the eye in the first page.
That's Dusty Rhodes in the Legion of Doom. Oh my god. Who did this?
God. It says it right down the front, man. Audrey Sitterson and Chris Loretta.
Because where did they get? Wow.
That's really cool.
Maybe they're all named like Bulk Brogan.
But the likeness, no. Shona Hiroshi Town.
Triple J.
Oh, wow.
Show the people that are watching live what you got there, so they can get a little gander. That's really cool.
Robert Kirkman says he loved it. Oh wow.
Oh wow,
Bobby Kirkman.
Bobby, Bobber,
This is
close
a
Personal
Recent.
friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is recent. Oh wow, thank you.
Nice.
You were welcome, sir.
Hot off
There's
the
some other
presses.
things in
I
there.
know.
Ooh. Is that the whole set of the?
Of Sabretooth? I don't know. It's like
I
it's like
love the
sealed.
art on that.
1 of 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, looks like
I
it.
think so because there's also 4, and it looks like there's 4 in there.
Sabra Tooth.
Front of Sabretooth. I just don't know.
Sauber.
No, that's really cool though. That art on the front of that one that
So,
you're not
Indigo?
showing to them.
How
Yeah,
many printers does he
shit.
sell?
Sabre too.
The Sabre too.
No, that's
Hey,
really
you're
cool.
welcome, man.
Yeah, awesome.
Mike.
Mike.
Is there an
Um,
order?
somewhat. Open that one first. I think that's I think that's cool. And you mentioned somewhat interest in this.
Oh!
Oh, hey, yeah, man.
What is
That's
this?
awesome.
It's what
Volume 1 through 3 of Saga.
Yeah,
Awesome.
those are so good.
But you have to read them. That's the catch to that.
I don't know. I still have like 3 books your wife wanted me to these are great.
This is bullshit.
Oh shit! Before you go any more, I have one more present for Chuck. This one was kind of a weird one. It's very hard to get someone an Audible book. So flip it over. You got me an Audible book? Well,
Wait, he just said.
I got you a credit for an Audible book.
Oh, nice.
But I really want you to put that credit towards the fever.
What if he doesn't put it towards the book he wants?
I have no control over that.
I'll do it.
I've been rereading The Fever Dream. It's one of my favorite books.
I still have the book that you gave me. I haven't read it.
Yes, and I truly think that you would enjoy it. It would help you get off your Stephen King kick for a while.
Stupid ass.
Stephen King's great. No,
Well, I still have the first 2 Game of Thrones books downloaded separate.
and those are great, but read this one first. Anyway, that one next. Michael.
Back to Michael.
Let's see.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, it's a pickle Rick. Thank you. Yeah, man. So basically, so Rick turns himself into a so Rick turns himself into a pickle because he wants to get out of family therapy, and he rolls down a drain, and he ends up having to save himself. So he slowly works up a bioorganic suit by biting his lip and letting pickle brine come out, attracting a cockroach, biting its head off, and then using his tongue to press in its brain to make the cockroach move. And he eventually goes into like an entire just rat suit he makes, and he just like kicks ass with it, and it's awesome. And he has it's just so violent. It's one of the coolest episodes. It's so good. Thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome.
And that'll be great in my 1/6 scale.
And then, the last, I wanted to bring you a little piece of the internet.
Is this the internet? Is this Tim and Eric's
My
internet?
original plan was to actually make you
nice.
internet.
Very nice.
But as many times as you mentioned, I was like, you can finally watch.
Includes four Blu-ray discs. My favorite, Stranger Things. What is this? Is this season?
It's season 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you so much, Nathan. That's very nice. I can join the 21st century now.
You'll be like, hey guys, you guys watch season 1 of Stranger Things?
Yeah, let me go spoil the whole series for you.
Let me tell you all about it.
Thank you, Nathan. It was very sweet.
You're welcome, sir. Open Ray's other gift.
Okay, sure.
Let's keep it
While you're
rolling.
on a roll.
Yeah.
This is the one that's going to be a knife.
That's one I need a knot.
We know the guy who has knives.
It's not a knot, it's a spoon.
Knifey Spoony, I see you play.
I've seen you play knifey spooning before.
I made that reference the other day and no one got it. I was really sad.
Where'd you make it at?
I don't remember now.
The shirt blew out.
I thought it was at a party or okay, I won't read this one.
Oh, it's so cool. It's a Godzilla shirt.
Nice.
Godzilla.
Actually, it's pretty badass.
Thank you, and I bet it fits. Yeah, it does. Thank you, sir. And
You got so much reading material.
I know
You
my,
had mentioned
my
the other
shits
day.
will never be the same.
You mentioned the other day that you would like to read the Preacher series. So
I
got
would
you
like to
first
read the
book
Preacher
on it.
series. Thank
Nice.
you so much. So, is this like an omnibus or like the?
No, that's just the first graphic novel, I guess. So it's probably like it looks like it's a bunch of issues.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
It looks thicker than a normal graphic novel. It's
Thicker-
not an omnibus.
Definitely thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah. I don't know how many actual issues are in there though.
Well, hopefully a lot, or I'll be mad. Yeah, issues 1 through 12.
Okay,
Oh, that's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That's a pretty good run. That's 2
Especially
runs.
for a trade paperback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're usually 6 issues, I think. So
Some
There you go.
they're big going to 5 now.
yeah.
Pretty good swag so far. Do we want to roll on to Chuck's and finish Mike out real quick?
Yeah, let's finish Mike up.
Yeah.
Finish me off, guys.
Go and turn.
Look at that beautiful wrapping.
I know, right?
I'm disappointed, Nathan, that you couldn't do that for all of us.
I know, right?
I don't know why I didn't put any more effort.
Oh shit!
I went with a heart.
Oh, Macho Man.
Wait, what is that 3-disc Macho Man? The Randy
Savage
Savage
story.
Yes.
I
know what we're
I've
doing
got like
tonight.
2 years waiting for Secret Santa. I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm just doing it this year.
Nice.
Okay, guys.
I know what we're doing the rest of the night.
Watch it.
Oh yeah, WWE
That is an
fans, you
amazing
have waited
tape.
long enough. Randy Macho Man Savage captivated the sports entertainment world for over a quarter century. There's a lot more, but it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna open this beautiful
Oh,
box.
look how good that is.
Oh my God, is this
Did he get you bricks?
That's
Is this
real
cardboard?
paper cardboard.
Is cardboard? Let me just open it up.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
That's plastic.
Get it out. That's what she said. What is this? Oh shit! I think I do know what this is. This is
Oh.
dude, this is badass.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Chuck.
fuck yeah.
Yes,
That is a hell of a gift.
that is so fucking cool. This
Is
is the Batman Jim Lee.
Sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's sketch
It
design.
says, I think it says on the front that it's a San Diego exclusive, maybe, or
2015.
convention.
Yeah, I remember this game. This is so fucking cool. Thank you so much for this.
That is awesome.
That's
Show it to the
badass.
people.
Yeah,
Let the people get up.
This is a cool
That's a
boxing,
cool
too.
box.
yeah.
Mhm.
It essentially it's a figure done to almost the shading and design that Jim Lee does Batman in pencils. Very
God, I love
Very
that. That's so cool.
Yeah,
that is
it's amazing.
that's phenomenal. That is
Yes,
awesome.
please.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Ray, did you open up Chuck's?
Yeah.
Ray,
But
Ray's,
I haven't.
I don't have
Chuck's
Chuck's.
not- Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
sorry,
know.
sorry.
But he won't let me say what it is, so.
No.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
I got mine.
Oh,
He's
TJ's
got Chuck's.
got his artisan wrap. Yeah.
This, I'm gonna cherish this. I can't
Keep that
like
box.
cut into it or tear it.
Please don't cut into it.
That work of art.
Oh fuck!
Say that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
So Marvel, the
Yeah,
Cyclops.
Cyclops. Nice.
Marvel Legends Cyclops. Very cool.
Very cool. I've
Because
been
it was
needing
the
one.
costume that you said you liked.
Yeah, that with the X.
Very nice. Thank you, Chuck.
Very cool. Well, this has been another great.
You want the arm out of it?
I'm not,
Would
there's
you
no
like
way I'm
that
a 40
for
minute set.
Yeah, this has been another great gift
It
exchange.
has. Yes.
These are always a lot of fun. So
Can I
Good
let you know
swag.
what it is, Ray? Because it's cool to me.
no, I like the surprise.
It ties in with something.
I do have.
With something else I
Your
have.
balls?
Yes.
I hope it ties into D&D because that's what I'm going to play.
If you had told us, Nathan,
I know we could.
we could have
Yeah.
I could have the whole
with a
book set.
monster manual and everything for
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna let you know.
Let them know.
Uh-oh.
It's the last expansion for Sight.
Oh, nice. The Fenris.
Rise of Fenris.
Rise of
Three-year
Fenris.
openly by
There you go.
Very
That's
cool.
very
So this
that
is
is cool.
this is a which I mean we got the
Yeah.
tokens now. This is a campaign based sort of legacy game that adds on to Scythe where you can like play different levels and stuff like that. Kind of like we do with Imperial Assault. To
Oh, okay.
it makes Scythe like that. So that's very cool. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very nice.
I'm excited.
Merry
Alright,
Christmas, listeners.
Yeah, Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
Thank you guys.
Should we
Merry
sing it out
Christmas
with
to you
the song?
guys. I think as long as TJ starts,
As long
yeah,
as
he's got it.
Yeah,
You
can't
pick
let
a
the
song
listeners
and
down,
we'll
man.
follow you off.
Let's go, TJ. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4.
Wait a minute. What kind of song?
No,
Christmas song.
Any
Christmas
Christmas
song.
song you want. Everyone's waiting. We have so many watchers right now.
Dude, he's so red in the face.
I'm not. I can't sing.
He doesn't. We can't see.
Evidently couldn't eat him.
Have you ever been to
They
see?
lip sync.
Have you ever been to see Nathan's band? All right, let's start it
Shots
off.
fired.
Just pretend you're Garth Brooks.
Pretend you're Chris Gaines.
Judy and the Blowfish.
Christmas without
Any song you want.
The weird
I'm
dude
trying
from
to think
Live.
of one.
You're trying to think of a
Those
Christmas
are
song.
so few Christmas songs.
Blue, 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 blue Christmas.
I don't know.
How does it start?
I saw my me kissing Santa. That's what I don't know that.
Come on, TJ.
If I have to,
Fucking
leave
Jingle
off,
Bells.
I
Go
just-
Jingle Bells.
Jingle bells.
You're not William fucking Shatner. You're not getting away with that talk singing over here, okay? I want to hear some rhythm.
There was a rhythm to
Come on,
it.
here we go.
Let's get a little melody to it then.
Jingle bells.
Whoa.
Jingle bells.
Is this the way you fuck? Insert pull out. Insert pull out. You are pregnant.
Ejaculate. You are now pregnant.
All right.
I am orgasming. Oh. All right, guys. Thank you. We will talk to you next year.
Merry Christmas.
I did that terrible fucking joke.
Actually, it won't be next year. It'll still be this year.
Okay.
Well,
No, I think-
for us, it'll be this year. No, it'll still be this year.
Still
when
be
we
this
do
year.
it.
And as we start singing this song,
Should be doing our
please someone walk over there and stop. Here we
and
go.
best of.
Expectations. Yeah.
Jingle
Best
bells,
of.
jingle bells,
Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh.
Get the fuck out of here.